Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlighten, Empowered, Evolve. I hope everybody's doing well. Wait, I know, I believe, I have faith that everybody's doing well and that everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm very excited today, extra excited today. Once again, I have a very special guest today that's not only a guest on this show, a first-time guest on the show, but a personal friend and another man that I consider an example and a mentor of mine as well. As far as this man is a humanitarian. Let me read a bit about him and tell you guys about this guy. Okay, his name is Alfie Hardwick. We call him Al. Okay, now this man is a business owner. I could just say this because I know him. He's a multiple business owner, a humanitarian, a father, beautiful daughters, beautiful family, a brother, a son. Just, I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to let him talk about it, but I'll say how his humble beginnings. I'll talk about a little bit about that. So 20 years ago this month, he started from the bottom at a $6 an hour labor job. That was his first project, was at Sun Valley Mall in Concord, doing asbestos abatement in 1987. So that tells you how far this brother goes back, and he's still pushing. If you see where he is now, you understand why I'm so excited. And it's not just the businesses, but who he is as a man. I mean, he's just so, everybody in the community loves this man. He's so giving, so he's humanitarian. He cares about people, and he just, in his hectic schedule, takes the time out to do things like this. How are you doing, Mr. Al Hardwick?
Hey, Mr. Lute, I'm doing great, brother. Thank you. And thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Anytime. Let's just jump right into it, man. Tell us what you do, man. I know you do a lot, but just touch on one thing that you do.
Yeah, first of all, I want to tell you, a couple of days ago, you blew my mind when you had Jason Stevenson in, because that dude was one of the guys that it must have been about 4 years ago, I was stressing because I had two jobs, and my kids, and I was dealing with a whole lot of stress, and working day and night, and I wasn't getting enough sleep, and I was drinking too much, but I wasn't eating right, and so my health wasn't really good, and I could just feel myself not, declining, and I started, I went on YouTube and did a search and found I wanted a sleep meditation. And I found Jason Stevens, the first one that I ever did sleep meditation to. And then I seen he had all these positive affirmations and all this stuff. So in the morning, sometime I would listen to him, because I would wake up and the first thing I would do when I got up a lot of the mornings before this meditation process and praying more, and which I give to Andre Davis and my pastor John Butcher Sr. I would cuss. The first thing that come out of my mouth would be like S, and that's how my day would start. And how your day start like that,
right?
It's not going to get better. So Jason, listening to him, it chilled me out. It showed me that a lot of times when I thought I was just chilling and relaxing, I wasn't. My body was still so tense that I couldn't even get to that deep part of sleep later, because I just didn't really know how to do it. And he really did. It was the beginning of my transformation, physically, spiritually, and financially. They're, taking me to another level. So I just wanted to give him a shout out and say, man, bro, you're the man for sure. And I appreciate you. And I'm so many people, if you haven't heard this guy, you got to listen to this guy, Jason Stevenson. You can just Google his name, and it'll come up on YouTube, and just chill out and get some of that positive energy he's throwing out there. Okay. All right. So anyway.
Thanks, Al. And I'm sure I'm going to make sure that when this video is uploaded, that I sent him a message so that he can watch this too, because I shared that with him too. I said, man, you just don't know everybody that you whose lives you impact, because
Hmm.
on that segment, um, and then I'll get right back to you because this is about you
Yeah.
today. But
Hmm.
on his segment, I told him that he is one of the reasons why I do hip hop the way I do it now, because I listened to his meditations and I wanted to do something similar, but in my own way. So I started incorporating those positive lyrics in my rap music. So yeah, but
That's great,
yes,
man.
thank you.
Yep.
See, I told
All
you
right.
guys, I told everybody, see, you see how this man is? This is his time to shine. And he is just paying homage to other people. And this is really the way Al is. I can attest for this. This is just the way this man is.
Mm,
There's something that popped up. Let me see. Remind me later. No,
okay.
this is just the way this man is, and
Hmm.
I just appreciate you, bro, a lot. And
Okay. Okay. Thank
your
you.
influence and
Yeah.
impact. You're a man with many layers, but I see your focus. I see your intentions, your heart, no matter what. And people
Yeah.
that are really aware, they can see that. People
Hmm.
focus on one thing. No, I see. So
Yeah.
yes, go ahead.
Yep.
So
No, it's
let's
true. So,
talk about you. What
okay.
what
So
is it that you
when
want
we,
to? Okay,
yeah. So just before we went on air and we were talking about, about, all the things, negative with COVID that went on, that one of the positive things was, and I was telling you that my pastor, Pastor John, he did a sermon on it, and it was about the N word. And it was one of those things that really made me um, open my eyes, open my mind, and help me to deal with all the stress of friends getting sick and dying and family and stuff like that. And so the
so
N
what do
word
you
came in.
mean by the N word? I mean, that's
The,
isn't that a controversial. That's a
yeah,
pretty
no,
controversial issue.
it's the N word. It's the N
Oh,
word.
N word.
N word.
I
Yeah,
N word. I
yeah.
thought we were about to get into some deep stuff, man.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, when you start, really, like taking care of yourself,
Right,
thanking God for everything that you have, and when you don't get what you ask for and pray for, you ask God for His grace, and you thank Him for His grace for getting you through it, and that's
right,
what I do. So
right,
there's no, I've been at the bottom of the bottom, like I mean, like poor, whatever, however you want to say it. But and I've been up at the top where, and because if you start out at the bottom, you understand where, what's going on. So when things happen, you understand that it's something that happened. It might have been something that happened to you, but it's how you react to it and how
right,
you process it
right,
is where the positive energy can come in, and it can just chill you out and put you on ice for a second and let you reset, which is, meditating and praying about it, and just knowing that life, the sun's always going to come out the next day. It really
right,
is. And
right.
when you realize that, you don't make bad decisions. You don't say things to your spouse or your partner that you don't mean without coming back and saying that you're sorry about it later. And it's things
Right.
that I'm learning that's making me, I think, a better person. You
Wow.
know?
That's a lot of what I like to call self-reflection. And
Yeah.
you're right. I can resonate with that. Now as I go through life, no matter what arises, I always have the mindset that it's going to lead to something greater. Like just because this
Yes.
door closed does not mean I'm going to dwell on that now. I'm just going to relax, like you say, chill out and just know
Hmm.
that something
Yeah.
life is going to go on and the sun is going to come out. That's
Oh
just the
yeah.
way life is. That's the way the universe is made up.
Hmm.
There's
Yep.
darkness. It doesn't stay dark.
Yeah.
Light,
Yeah.
it won't stay that way, but it's contrast and balance. So, you
Yeah.
know, yes.
Yep.
So
And I think that's and I think in this day of the, Me Too movement, Black Lives Matter and all those different things that go on, that people really have to understand in the moment. You can have passion about something, but you don't have to have anger against someone who has a different view than you. You can be
right,
passionate about it, but you don't have to have anger and hate. You know, I mean, if I kept the anger and hate that I had I mean, 2 years ago, about this time 2 years ago, I got falsely arrested by Fairfield PD because my eyes twitched a little bit and they thought I was under the influence of methamphetamine or something when I was involved in a car accident. And they
Right.
treated the white guy really nice he was the one that hit this lady full on. And then I tapped her after he did. And I was the one that went to jail because I was profiled. You know, I had a gold
Right.
chain, I had on an Adidas outfit, and they when I explained to them and said, you're making a big mistake, and they wanted to do a breathalyzer. I said, hey, take my blood. So when they took my blood and it's clean, you know, license never suspended, but I went
Right.
through this process of my kids knowing about it before I even got out of jail.
Right.
But my kids knew in school. Their friends were like, hey, your dad's in jail, blah blah blah. You know,
Yeah.
they charged him with the double felony, which, you know, immediately got dropped when they found out that, hey,
Right.
there wasn't anything, you know. And it was just, there wasn't really much merit on it, and I was really angry about that, of course.
Right.
But the thing is, you know, when you pray and you meditate and you just thank God for all the things, and things happen for a reason, that when I was in there in the cell there, I was able to minister to some kids that was in there. One of the kids in there selling meth got busted, and I told him, I said, well, you know, obviously this is your second time. Obviously you're not good at it, right? So as you can remember, AFM Environmental, when you get out, I'll get you a job. I said,
Oh
you're not
wow.
good at it. He was a 22, 23-year-old kid. So I gave him my army jacket because I thought I was getting out in a couple hours. It ended up being like 8 hours later. But I gave him my army jacket that I had, because he was in there and I could tell he was in there in shorts and whatever. And this is in March. So it was cold. And so I gave them that, you know, let them have all my food. I didn't want nothing. I fasted while I was in there, like a protest, you know. But
Wow.
eventually, you know, I got out. I was able to, you know, touch somebody's life in a positive way. I hope, you know,
Yes.
and just, you know, and just move on from it and learn from it. And so many great things have happened after, that where,
Right.
you know, sometimes you got to go through some shit in order to really really appreciate life, appreciate freedom, appreciate these things,
Right.
instead of holding it and being angry and then blaming every single, because do I blame every single police officer in America, or did I say, hey, they made a horrible mistake, and
Right.
you just move on from it? Now I don't just like be quiet about it, but I don't stay angry about it, you know.
Right.
And
It's
I
not going
think
to
it's
help.
really
Yeah.
important. No, it's not going to help. So the biggest lesson I learned is that you can overcome anything. You just have to have a positive attitude, and you have
Right.
to really pray and meditate. And stuff that you don't know, you find the people that do know. You ask questions, and that's where you get, because a lot of times we don't know where to go when we have stress, or we feel like something where maybe suicide, or we feel like we don't even know who to talk to. And it's
Yes.
really important that the people that you know come into these problems have, you know, resources, and have people, you know, like you, that talk so much positive stuff, to where
Right.
all of a sudden that you touch them enough to where they're gonna say, hey, you know what, I really love this life. You
Right.
know, and that's cool, you know.
Yeah, a big part of, yeah, of living is your mindset and how you look at
Hmm.
things. And you're right, you know, oftentimes, you know, especially in where I come from, we tend to be afraid to reach out to for help. You know,
Yeah.
we put a label on that, like, oh,
Weak.
we're crazy if we do
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, man. If you self-implode or self-diagnose and all that, it's just going to make things worse. So, you know, I've even
Hmm.
went and talked to people, you know, people that
Hmm.
specialize in psychology, and I'm
Yeah.
okay with that now. I'm not embarrassed about that,
Hmm.
because,
Yeah.
you know, I'm mature. I'm aware enough to know that I need to seek assistance with things. Now,
Hmm.
there's divine intervention, there's praying, there's meditation, but sometimes we do need, you know, people are put here for a reason, you know,
Hmm.
like even you know,
Hmm.
you might seek help somewhere, but you're also a
Yeah.
helper and a teacher to someone else, and same with me. So,
Hmm.
and that's the beauty of it, that we're able to be vulnerable enough to let people know that you know, we go through things and we have to, and because that's the main way people are gonna relate to you, when they
Mhm.
know that you've been through things too, and that you're
Yeah.
not just talking from the top of the mountain. And it's like,
Yep.
wait a minute, man, I might seem like I'm on the top of the mountain for you, to you, but there's a lot of caverns and
Yeah.
caves and coves that I've went through,
Mhm.
and still to get
Yeah.
here. So
Oh yeah.
it just, you know, I didn't just appear this way, and I
Yep.
know that with you too. I know a lot of
Mhm.
you know, hard work and time, and just all
Yeah.
kinds of things that go into what you do, and to
Yep.
putting yourself in the positioning yourself um,
Mhm.
where you are
Yeah.
economically and financially. I know a lot of adversity comes with that. It just, people can look at the shine and look at, oh,
Yeah.
the product, but I
Yeah.
know,
The
I know
pain
now.
behind it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people want, of course we all want nice things, but do you want to, put the work in that it takes to,
Yeah.
to get it and sustain it? Because there's some
Mhm.
quick stuff that can come in and usually doesn't stay, usually doesn't
No.
last.
Mhm.
So that's beautiful. So we got some of your beautiful mindset dealing with adversity. So in regards to
Mhm.
business, what is it
Okay.
that you do? What is your
Okay. My
business?
my primary business, my day job, I call it my day job. Is AFM Environmental. We're a demolition and hazardous material contractor. We do asbestos abatement, lead, mold. We work in schools, libraries, banks, stores, um, distribution centers. We do a lot of stuff we do a lot of base work. And the thing we do is we usually we're like contractor assist to the general contractors who are doing either renovation or demolition of structures that have hazardous material involved in it. We take care of all the hazards before their workers can go back and then restore the buildings or structures to a new a new life. So that's my day job. I started that, like you said, in '87. I worked for this company for um, 7 years, and after 7 years, my partner Mark and I and another partner Frank, we started AFM Environmental. It was Al, Frank, and Mark,
Wow,
and
that's what
we
I was going to ask you. The next question
yeah,
was, what how did you begin? And you just told me, and what gave
yeah,
you that interest to do
yeah,
that? You saw
yeah.
that was
Those
a big
guys came to
market in
me.
that, and
Yeah, mm-hmm.
your knowledge of
And
it just flowed in there, huh?
the company I worked for, they wouldn't give me like the title of project manager or project superintendent. They would make me a supervisor and they'd have me running the project and doing everything. And they taught me and they trained me, but they wouldn't give me the title because they had to give me the money. So
Wow.
I just kept going, and then the more I learned, and after 7 years, I told them, hey, I'm gonna try some stuff on my own. And after I think they left California in 98. So we started in 94, and they left in 98 because there was about 3 or 4 companies that spun off from that one company to start their own company, and we put that big company out of business just
Oh,
because
wow.
we were handling ours, and we just took off, and we've been doing really well consistently, for the last 27 years. We've had always had successful years. And so after doing that for 27 years and making decent money after 27 years, I just, in the last 2 years,
Right.
upgraded. I moved out of my house, rented my older house, and then I bought a new house, and I've been renovating and making my nest for retirement. So it
Wow.
wasn't something that where all of a sudden, out of the blue, oh hey, bam, hey, there's a pool, there's a this and there's a that. There's a process to it to where it's not microwave, it's a crock pot. So you got to just take your time to make that thing happen, and you have to trust in the system and trust in your talent, because I was
Right.
never scared of being unemployed because I got talent. It's like
Right.
you never
Right.
have to worry about feeding your family, because I could see you at like being a manager at like 2 Taco Bells and 1 McDonald's and handling your business. You work in
Right.
there as a worker because you know what you got to do to take care of
Right.
your family. And if you're not scared of work, you never have to worry about nothing, really. And I think that's what people get scared of, to take a chance. And they have that thing in their head all the time. One day I'm going to start a carpet cleaning business. One day I'm going to do, I hear some people telling me this stuff there, and I'm like, dude, just go do it. Just do it.
Just do it now.
Well, I don't know. I said, yeah, but here, start going through the process, because you've been talking about it for like 3 years. But have you bought a carpet cleaner? You see how much they cost? You got to really start. You can't just sit on your fingers and talk about it, because the time, it don't slow down for nobody.
Right. And the
and I
time
think
is
that's
now.
what's important.
Always now. The only time that's promised to you is right now. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. And
exactly.
yeah, the same with me. I have that ambition myself. I have been talking about to myself, my inner dialogue, talking about having a talk show and being an author. And now I'm putting those things into play. I'm starting to write a book, and just everything, just not focused on just one thing. And even though I'm gainfully employed, I still am on my own grind, so to speak, and just my own talent and my own passion and gifts, and monetizing that at the same time. So
that's how you do it. That's why
streams of
I
income
always
coming in.
I've always kept 2 jobs.
Right.
I always had 2 jobs. Like my night job. I it's been 11 years now that I've had Alfie's Limelight over there on Parker Road. Where we met.
Right.
And when Karina was like 8 months, was she 8 months pregnant?
Yes, that's when we first went over there. Yep, and you gave her. She remembers it to this.
A shirt with the little
shirt.
TV on it. Yeah,
your shirt with the TV on it. Yeah, that's when we first met you, and it was like, okay. So
it was like instant friends. It was like instant friends. It was like we were never strangers. We was like instantly friends.
It's easy to be friends with someone that's friendly and it's always extending, themselves out to be friends. I mean, that's just the way you are. You embrace people, and I could honestly say anybody that would have any problem with you, it'd have to be something that I would believe I would be on their end, because I'm like, man, this guy right here is the most peaceful, just really even-minded, gentleman that
I try to be, man.
Yes, that I come in contact with. So even I've been around at your establishment where things seem like they could get kind of tense. You have a way of de-escalating things and just causing people to think without trying to challenge your ego, letting ego get in the way. And that's
exactly
beautiful. That's what I call
dealing
a real,
here. That's here and here.
Yeah, that's what I call
that's how you deal with it.
Man, a gentleman of scholar, that's able to handle himself that way, other than other means that can escalate into disruption and violence or whatnot. So that's a very good you're a very good example. That's good, man.
So
appreciate
so
that.
at a really young age, my brother Stan and I, we started property management. We bought a fourplex in Fairfield on Alaska and Pennsylvania. Since then the city took it from us, and they put some houses along Alaska and Pennsylvania on the way to the mall. If you know that little stretch right there where they put those houses there. But the city, they gave us a most improved property. There's a Kent P. Jackson Award for having the most improved property, because we took a blighted area and we just made it. We made it so nice to live in. We were able to get rid of the people that, as far as evicting the people with drugs and different issues. And we were able to do a sweep ourselves by going, and me and some friends talking to the people there that used to hang out there, that knew that this isn't the place that you want to hang out at. It's their home. So we were able to move the people selling drugs and just hanging out and drinking out there, whatever, away from that area, to move away from the area, to really, bring it up. And it really, I think we bought that place for like 140,000, and then the city bought it from us. I want to say 9 years later for 675,000.
Oh wow!
And then
Nice
and that right
profit
there took. yeah, so my little brother was able to start a 3D 4D ultrasound business and buy some more property in Fairfield and set himself where he's, where they're entrepreneurs and independent and just taking care of their business,
That's
and
right.
and so I'm like really proud of him. He inspires me. His credit score has always been better than mine. I don't compete with him because I can't. He really he
No,
just
that's good.
handles his business,
That's
and
good,
and
man.
I'm really proud of him. And I can't tell you how much of an inspiration he's been to me over the last, it's been like 11, almost 11 years that he was diagnosed with MS. And at one point he was declining like a lot. And then he went to this place in Puebla, Mexico, where they did a treatment. It's kind of like a gene therapy or something like that they do, where they take out your bone marrow and all your stem cells and white blood cells, and then they do something with it, and then they give him heavy doses of chemo, and then after they clean his whole body and they reset his immune system, they enter the material, enter his own stuff back in him to rebuild his immune system. And it was right during COVID all this was going on, so it's so scary because at one point he was zeroed out on immune system. So if he'd have got COVID, gone. So
Yes.
there's
Yes.
no defense at all.
Wow.
But he's doing well, and it's been almost 7 months, I think, since he had the procedure. So it's been, and he's really, hanging in there, and doing well considering. And he still has a long road to go, but there
Wow.
hasn't been any more decline since then. So he's able to get around decently, and he's really working hard toward, just getting back 100%. So
Wow.
he's like one of my heroes. I see the stuff I'm going through. It's so easy compared to what he has to go through. So he's like,
Absolutely.
gives you that inspiration.
Absolutely. And
So
sometimes,
yeah.
a lot of times, I'd say we need something to remind us of how thankful we should be,
Hmm.
of how thankful to be every day, because,
Yeah.
things can always,
Hmm.
you really
Yeah.
don't know
Blink of
how
an
hard
eye.
it is until you see
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend. Yeah, not to dwell on that type of stuff, but he
Hmm.
he 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 has multiple sclerosis, so his legs don't work anymore. And it's like,
Hmm.
now when I talk to him, he's, man, I should have been more thankful when my legs were working. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
but yeah, so
Yeah.
that caused me
Hmm.
to say special things about my own legs now. Like, man, I'm glad I can
Yeah.
walk. I'm thankful
Hmm.
for my legs that they work, and just movement, and just thankful for that, because
Yeah.
you never know, and
Hmm.
it's beautiful. So
Yeah.
yes, that's amazing. So
Uh-huh.
27, how long now you've been in business?
Okay, 27 years with AFM Environmental, and
Wow.
I've been in the same field for 34 years, and
Wow.
my and then Limelight, it'll be 11 years old. Alfie's Limelight is 11 years old on May 16th. So I'm thinking the middle of June we're going to probably have a grand opening. We
Right.
should be open before then or right around that time, because they said the 15th is what the governor said, a full open. I'm in the middle of a renovation, a heavy renovation, trying to clean up everything and get everything, in order, and have everything ready to go when they say go. But it's definitely been a struggle by not having any income coming in from there. But like
Right.
I said, luckily I have a day job. So my day job, I've been blessed where, we deal with hazardous material, and we have PPE, all kinds of, respirators and all kinds of different things that makes it to where we're used to having the protection and having gloves and respirators and all that stuff on, so it doesn't bother us to wear a mask. And but our masks that we have, they're special ones. They protect us. They don't protect you because they have an exhalation valve that blows our breath out. And so if we have COVID, we would get you sick. So
Right.
that's the thing. The way the masks are with the cloth ones, the reasons why they say, you know, you wear the mask and I wear the mask because I protect you, because I'm not giving you my cooties and you're not giving me your cooties. You put your on yours and you're not giving me. That's the reason why. So the people who, when they're like anti and they say, "Hey, I ain't gonna wear a mask. Why do I have to wear?" They're saying that they're not going to protect you. They don't want to. They don't respect you because they're ignorant to the process. They don't
Right.
understand of how the things spread, how germs spread. We know
Right.
because we deal with asbestos, mold and lead, dust, and things that can, that can mess with your sexual performance or kill your lungs or give you cancer in your
Cancer.
stomach or your
Right.
colon. So when you're dealing with different hazardous material, and then they throw COVID in the mix, that's just another thing that we just have to deal with. That you protect yourself and that you protect others. And I think that overall, I think that as far as my friends and the people that I love and care about have been doing a fantastic job, and I'm really proud of everybody who just follows the science and hopefully, like I said, in the next couple months, 2 or 3 months, we could just hug each other like we used to, and not be
Right.
all, tripping out over stuff. And I miss that.
Right. Right. Yes, I can tell.
you know.
And I want to elaborate a bit. You haven't really
hmm
elaborated much on it, but Alfie's, for those of you that don't know, or those of you that are around the world, Alfie's Limelight, it's a bar, but it has to be, I have to give it more than that, because it's a place where you can go even if you don't drink and hang out and meet some beautiful people. I'm saying retired people, retired military, just family. It's
Yeah,
not,
local.
it's not, when you think of bar, it doesn't do it justice. I mean, you go there and just embrace and meet really nice people, and they play really nice music, nothing really disruptive at all. Just
Yeah.
a lot of old school
hmm
music from the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just a lot of nice mature people go
hmm
there to gather and hang out. And there's always some type of celebration of some sort,
Yeah.
celebrating somebody's anniversary or birthday or something, and lots of
Uh-huh.
food. And then
Yeah.
that's
Or
the
or
kind of,
engagement. Or
yeah,
engagement.
engagement, just all kinds of stuff. So you know
Yeah.
I'm not really a bar goer, but
hmm
I will go to Alfie's Limelight and
Yeah.
and go see him and his people that work for him. Very nice. And
hmm
just see some people and just come out feeling good,
Yeah.
and
No, we have a blast, man.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
high. It's not low vibrational when you go in
hmm
there and people. There's some
Yeah.
low vibrations everywhere, but I'm saying
Yeah.
the main energy is
hmm
high vibrational people.
Yeah.
People I haven't seen. They're always hello. Even if they don't remember my name, they remember my face, and there's always
hmm
hugs, and it's a special place to me. And
Yeah.
in a lot of people, it gives us a place to just, hey, go for a while. And I've been trying to
hmm
convince him to incorporate some type of food, maybe outside or something, and hopefully he can help let me cook some of my
Yeah.
specialties out there. So we'll see. So before we go, how can people follow you or find you on social media or anything like that? You have a
Let's see.
Facebook or
Yeah, I have
Instagram
a
or?
Facebook. Yeah, I have a Facebook. You can go to if you just look up Limelight on Facebook or Al Hardwick on Facebook. On Instagram, I don't know what my thing is. I don't know what my
Okay, well, they'll find you
um
through Facebook.
yeah, they
And
find me through Facebook, yeah, and
how,
Instagram
if for
and
those that might visit or around the
yeah.
Fairfield, Northern California area, how would they find Alfie's Limelight?
Yeah, it's at 558 Parker Road,
Okay.
Fairfield, California. It's right just before you get to the gate at Travis Air Force Base. So if you're taking 80 east or west, you get off and take the Air Base Parkway exit, and it only goes one way off of 80 to Air Base, and you
Right.
just follow it almost till it dead ends. And just before you get to the gate, you make a left turn at a Chevron, and then it does a little squiggly, and then as soon as you see Pizza Hut, you make a left turn into that parking lot right
There it
after the
is.
Pizza Hut, and I'm on the far right. You'll
Right.
see we're getting a new sign. It's just going to say Limelight on. It used to say Alfie's Limelight, but now I'm just putting Limelight on the thing there. I'm trying to
Okay.
get a little bit more humble,
Yes. Oh, that's
you
awesome
know.
though. I can't wait till it opens
So it's
back
gonna be
up.
cute. My daughter, yeah, my oldest daughter, Jenny, she designed the new logo. So that
Oh
I
wow.
posted that on there. So she designed that for me, and just fantastic. And my little my middle daughter, um Adeline, she's the one who helped me design my pool house. She did it with Sims, and then
Oh
I had an architect change it. So it was so
wow.
badass, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
can we get a little peek in there or no, not yet?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, sure.
See,
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. Let's get a little peek inside that pool house.
Okay. Here we go. Okay,
All
you
right.
guys, can you see okay? Because I'm just,
Yes, I can see it.
it's in selfie mode. Okay.
Right. Oh, wow. Now that's nice. Wow, beautiful. Amazing. Now, what's that in the corner there?
Oh, jukebox.
Wow. And what's that above it? Audio
Oh,
system?
that's the audio system. I haven't hooked up all the speakers because I have 4 speakers in here. There's 4 speakers in here, and then there's going to be a subwoofer in this corner over here. You've seen the little fireplace there.
Oh,
Old
wow.
school refrigerator.
That,
I got AC and heat right there, and pool
woo.
cues.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then over here, this is the pool and the fire pit. So the rest of the speakers, I have a couple up here.
Oh, my
There's a couple
God.
up there. See those? And then
Beautiful.
right there, this rock over there, that's a speaker over there, that gray rock. And
Yes.
there's another what do you call it? What's it called? The green, that's a subwoofer right there.
Oh,
And then
that's
there's
beautiful.
another rock there. So all these rocks, so they're already pre-wired. I just have to hook it up to, and I got a Sonos this little Sonos that I'm gonna put it to. And then also I'm gonna try to have karaoke outside too with it. But the
Oh,
speakers
wow.
up there are really, I mean, and everything, I know it really just sounds good. So here, that's where
Yes.
the kitchen's gonna be at. I'm having an outdoor kitchen right there in that
See.
back area over there. So it's gonna be by the time I get done with the French door on my bedroom, off my bedroom, and a couple other little things, I'm gonna be sitting pretty and not going nowhere except for Limelight and then home. Because when I'm at home,
Right.
I'm already on vacation.
Right. So everybody watching, I want to give everybody a VIP invite to Alfie's backyard for a party and a tour. So if you any country you in, fly on in, get in contact
Fly
with
on in. Yep. All right. Okay.
me. Yes, thank you for showing us that, Al.
All
Appreciate
right.
that,
Okay.
man.
All right. You
So
got it, man.
before we conclude this segment, is there any last words, anything that you would like to say?
I just wanted to say thank you, brother, for for inviting me on. I love you, man, and I really
Love you
miss
too, man.
I miss us hang. We definitely got to hang more.
Right.
I'm just about done with most of my major missions now, so I know I'll have like a little bit of time where I can, because I need to have like one of the days on the weekend, like and then what I need to do too is as soon as COVID's done, like I haven't been to church for forever, I miss the pastor and all those guys over there, and it's just been so different. But God's always in my heart, and I'm
Right.
really looking forward to things getting back to normal, and if not normal, better.
Right. Right.
So that's yeah. So that's it, man.
Yes, thank you. And thank you
All
everybody
right.
for watching. And I hope you appreciated this segment. Thank you for that extra special treat, showing us a little bit inside your home, your pool house. We
Hmm.
appreciate that, man. That's amazing. That helps
Oh, hey,
motivate me.
hey,
I
Luke,
have to
hey,
get a pool
Luke,
house now. First, I got
hey,
to get a
Luke, hey,
pool.
Luke. Hey, Lute, hey, I forgot. If I had to tell you one thing about, if I don't mention Danley, I love you like beyond, because I mentioned the other 2 girls. And if I don't mention her, I'm just going to get beat like you wouldn't believe. So
Yes, because
I
they're
love
gonna
you,
watch
Dan.
this. Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that. Anybody else you
Okay.
forgot, you better do it now.
Yeah. Levi, you my hero too. That's another story, but I love you, brother, and everybody else, y'all know I love y'all. So it don't even I can't even start with with
Yes,
the
it's too many
Jerry,
to list, man. You
Andre,
got
Ginger,
too
yeah,
many friends,
Sue,
too
Gina,
much family.
Donna, Jessica. Yeah, it just keeps going on and on. Yeah.
Right,
But I love all of them.
right. And I'm sure they all love you, man, along with
Yeah.
myself and my family.
Okay.
So, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Enlightened, empowered, evolved. See you soon.